What's shaking, my peoples? What's good? What's good? What's good, my peoples? Yeah. Man, they calling already. What's shaking, my peoples? My peoples, what's shaking? Yeah, smash that like button. What's shaking, my peopleizations? What's shaking? What's shaking with y'all, man? Hey, Abel, what's your email? Because I'm about to send you the link right now. Salute to my brother Abel Mahari. What's good, Blue? I'm turning 27 on Sunday. Happy born day, King. Abel, send me your man. I thought I had your joint. My brother Kurt Anderson. Okay, I knew it was that. I figured it out. I'm gonna send you the link right now. I sent the link, bro. Trying to get my brother Callie on. Salute my peopleization. What's shaking? What's shaking? Waiting for my brother Kurt Anderson to get in. Mahari, I sent you the link. I sent the Queen Miss Boston the link. Let's cook. Let's cook. My brother Jay Good, John Legene, Jafari Caesar. Salute, salute. What's shaking, my peopleizations? What's shaking? Kieran Alexis, Sheldon Holmes. Adari T, Peace of Blessings. Don Dada. Jay Cooley, my brother in the super chat. Blue still getting my greens in. Roll up. Yeah. You got to get them in by any means necessary. Boxing and barbecue. Expert Genius. Tunnel Vision. My brother Mahari Nation, I sent you the link. Christopher West, Architect One. Sheldon Holmes. Salute. Star City J. DJ QMOB. Corey Yellerman Jackson. LDTB. Joe Brown. Dane Watson. Royal Q Dash. Salute. Smash the like button. Clifton Brunson. Yasser Hussein, Arturo Shadi, Terry Smoot Jr., Marcos Cano, Kwane. Hey man, I keep meaning to go to the chat and wrench y'all up, man. I apologize, man. 88 Sports Store, salute. My brother Mahari Nation in the building. What's shaking?
Hey, what's good, Blue? How you doing, my man?
Hey, happy born day to you, King.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's a blessing, bro. 27 years, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Salute to Mr. Shelton. Dubster for life, salute. Mr. Strong, Mr. 21 Strong, salute. Yeah. We got Abel in the building, man. Wait for my brother Kurt Anderson to jump on in. I'm waiting for the Queen Miss Boxing and the Cali Enigma and my brother legendary Todd Katz. Sent them all the link, man, so we could cook today. Man. You know what I'm saying? We waiting. I'm Broderick Hunter. Salute. I'm watching the weigh-in as we on live. Abel, I'm watching it right now. That's why I got these headphones in. But yeah, salute to my brother Abel, man. Salute my brother Abel, man. It's his birthday, man. Send that man some birthday love. Sunday is his birthday. I know y'all saying today is Friday. He said it's Sunday. That's all right. It's his birthday weekend. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. She's 22. But when we get off this live stream, I'm cooking her some
chicken. All right. Congratulations, man.
Yeah. I'm cooking her some chicken and shrimp Alfredo. Once I get off, I already seasoned it. It's already ready to go and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, we're going to cook, man. So the weigh-in is coming on. I don't know if you see it yet, but it's coming on right now as we speak. I believe Sergey about to make his ring walk, weigh-in walk or whatever you want to call it. So I'm watching as we speak. I'm waiting for Kurt to jump on in, man. Yeah, Sergey getting ready to make his walk to the ring. Now, what you think about this fight, though, Abel?
It's a waste of time, bro. I mean, it's a fight that I'm not looking forward to. I mean, it's two guys that I don't like because of various reasons, and you know what I mean. It's like, bro, Canelo's only doing this because he didn't want to fight against Jamal Charlo as his mandatory. He took the WBC franchise tag. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a fight that is not interested in. But I had to pick who I want to lose more. I want Canelo to lose to more than Sergey, in my view, but I wouldn't be mad if Sergey loses either because both of them dudes, bro. I mean, it's a fight that doesn't mean anything, and it's something that I'm not looking forward to from my perspective.
Yeah, see, I'm excited about it because I just like the sport of boxing, and
I know, man. I know.
I'm just excited to see. I just like to see challenges. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he going up in weight, it's just it interests me. It piques my interest because the fact that he going up in weight. You know what I mean? Broderick Hunter, salute. Maurice McElroy, salute. So that's what excites me about it. But just like you said, man, Expert Genius, salute. Who that? Salute. Who did that? Salute. But just like you said, like it's something that there's definitely something there that makes us cause for pause. You know what I'm saying? Because they both have some type of situation that makes us hesitate to support them. You know what I mean? TBABTMC, right. Harold Jones, salute. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. I just like when there's an event in the sport of boxing, man, I love it. So it gets me excited for whatever reason. I don't know why, and I could be let down. You know what I mean? But that's my whole reasoning for us. Looking forward to it because
right.
Canelo daring to be great, jumping up 2 weight classes. He's extremely small. Can he over? I like the chess match. It's the chess match that excites me. Anything.
You know what? To be honest with you, Blue, I mean, I really think Canelo's biting a little bit more than he could chew because, what I've been hearing around lately, especially through all the other boxing channels, is that, there's been a lot of tension going on within Golden Boy between Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez. I mean, could this be the sign that, that Canelo will finally break up with Golden Boy? Yet to be seen.
Yeah, it's definitely some tension there. It's definitely. Mayor, salute. Don Dada, Fab 19, Ty French, 600, Real 6 SB90, New Jersey, salute to y'all. Corey Yellowman, salute. Yeah, it's definitely tension here. That's not even hearsay anymore. That's a fact now. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely tension there. And that's why I'm interested. Just like what you just said, you feel like he biting off more than he could chew. And the more I see them standing in front of each other and next to each other, the more I feel like just like what you just said. You know what I'm saying? But a part of me is the issues that H-Town 713 salute. The weaknesses of Sergey Kovalev. That's what piques my interest because his weakness is what Canelo does great. But can Canelo overcome his jab and the disadvantages to get on the inside to expose those weaknesses? You know what I'm saying? And so that's what That's what I like, the chess move. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I agree. I agree with you said, man. I do agree with that. I think it's going to be a very interesting chess match between those two fighters. I think the big key for me is going to be, how will Canelo Alvarez get on the inside against Kovalev? Because we all know Sergey Kovalev, after those two losses to Bernard, to those three losses, twice to Andre Ward, and then against Alvarez, the question is going to be, how will Sergey look, now at this point, even after the Anthony Yarde fight? Because I felt that he was going to lose that fight until Anthony Yarde, ran out of gas. And then how will Canelo, adjust the weight of moving up to 175? Because that's a lot of weight that he's putting on, right now for a small frame. Because he does walk in at about 220, I think. And then the fact that he kind of looks, that he tried to put on all that extra weight, I think it's going to be very interesting how long, both these guys can last. Because the question going to be for me is, how will Canelo get inside against Kovalev, and how will, Kovalev keep, a smaller Canelo Alvarez, out of range? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And do you think that Canelo Alvarez is taking the stuff off to get on the scale? They ain't get on the scale yet, but do you think that Canelo Alvarez is going to come in at 175, or he going to come under the weight limit?
I think based on his frame, I think, to me, in my opinion, he might go a little bit under the frame, but I think it could be possible he could make the weight, but it's just that he is a very small guy. So to put in on 175 pounds might be very, very difficult, from my opinion, at least, because, Canelo beforehand made his own weight class of 155 because he couldn't, because I believe he didn't even want to try to make weight at 154, then moves up to 160, and tries to make all sorts of weight stipulations. But I wouldn't be surprised if he were juicing at this point to at least try to make the weight at least.
He just weighed in, right? He got on the scale first, and he weighed 174.
Ooh. So does that mean that he may have to, does that mean he cannot fight for one of those belts because he's under the weight?
No, he could fight for the belt because the weight limit is 175. So he could fight. If he come in under it, he can still fight for it.
Okay.
Scale right now. Let's see what he weighs. But Canelo he looks soft.
Right. That's what I'm worried about, especially when you're putting on a lot of weight on yourself. That's what
Kovalev having trouble.
What's going on with Kovalev?
176.
Oh, wow.
He's stripping down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the final result.
Yeah, he still
at 176. Wow. That's a huge development right there.
Wow. Now
man.
Yeah. Wow. So it's clear his game plan, right? Was to come in bigger.
Yeah.
He had no intentions of getting too small. And it's funny, right? That he would come in overweight and he just had a fight.
Right.
How could you come in over? You just fought 6 weeks ago. You went back in camp. What did you do in camp? See, those are things that make me concerned if Kovalev is going to win this fight.
Agreed, bro.
It's like a discipline, bro.
That's what I mean, though, bro. Like, bro, you just had a fight, like you said, 6 weeks ago against Anthony Yarde. Like, see, this is the problem I have with Kovalev is that the dude does so many things outside of boxing that make me, scratch my head. Besides, the domestic violence stuff. I mean, he drinks alcohol. You don't take care of his body outside the ring, no, bro. Like, come on, man. You knew you gotta be ready for the weight in, bro.
Abel, he just stripped down and still didn't make weight.
Right, exactly. Like how do you let this happen, bro? Like that shows me that you weren't getting ready. You didn't discipline yourself, and you didn't take the fight seriously, in my view. Right. Man,
6 weeks. You just fought 6 weeks ago. How are you out of shape?
Right. Now this might change things. Now I'm thinking that now Canelo may have a good chance of beating this dude because he's overweight, bro. And when he rehydrates the weight, he may balloon probably to 180, 85 or something, bro. This is not good. If you're the Sergey fan, whatever, if he has any fans left, I mean that you should be concerned about this. Man, that's a huge development story now.
One second, Kurt. Kurt, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We got Abel on as well.
Hey, Abel, what's good with you?
Man, feeling blessed, bro. This Sunday I'm turning 27 years old.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Happy birthday, man.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah, man.
I just saw it, man. He's overweight by a quarter. They took off the shorts, and he has 1 hour to make weight.
That's horrible, Kurt. How could you just fight 6 weeks ago, come back 6 weeks later, and not make weight? And on top of it, you strip down to the skin, and still don't make weight. Now you got to go try to make weight, or you want to lose the belt. Unbelievable, Kurt. What you think about that, Kurt?
I'm telling you something. When people said this fight was going to be interesting and Kovalev going to win, they thinking that this is the crusher before the first Andre Ward fight or before the second Andre Ward fight, because he was pretty good in the first Andre Ward fight. Could have went either way. This is not the same guy. He's been knocked out twice, and this is not a good sign. When him losing, not making weight, and he just fought. That means in between fights that he put on a lot of weight, and when he went to camp, he was losing weight, but didn't lose the way he's supposed to in a timely manner. Don't look good for McGirt either. So to me, I think Kovalev get knocked out, man. He was chosen for a reason. And this is the reason. This is not the same guy. Canelo wouldn't even fight this guy if he was the crusher when he fought Hopkins. That was the good crusher. Or before the Hopkins fight, it would have been a much different outlook, in my opinion. But he's past his prime fighter. He's living off past memorable fights. You know, he's Sergey Kovalev, who just barely got past Anthony Yard. And that Anthony Yard 7th round keeps ringing in my head. And it's going to look just like that against Canelo, but in the 8th round, Canelo going to get him out there.
Yeah, man, that's not a good look. That's not a good.
I agree, man. I agree, guys. I mean, it's like, bro, you just came off of a fight against Anthony Yard where you almost lost. If Anthony Yard didn't run out of gas, I think Anthony Yard would have gotten him. But now you trained for 6 weeks, and now you got 1 hour to make the final weight before you lose your belt. I mean, it's like what Kurt Sanders just said. This is not the same Kovalev that we saw against Bernard Hopkins, against John Pascal. You know what I mean? And even in the second fight, I think John Pascal was putting in good work against Sergey Kovalev before he got knocked down in the 4th. So you know what I mean? I mean, at this point, man, I know now you know why Canelo chose Kovalev for a reason. He don't discipline himself outside the ring, and it shows here in that weigh-in.
Yeah, man. Hey, Kurt, what you think about Canelo weighing 174 though? I thought he's gonna come in much lighter. What you think about that?
Well, you know, he can do that, but time is running out because he's getting older. He's able to fluctuate in weight and be effective. You know, remember he made up his own weight class, 155. You know, he can go up and down, but it's not good to go down. Maybe he'll stay at 175 or fight at 168. You know, Canelo's a very strange fighter because he fights very well, but he don't beat the people. He don't fight certain people. He don't, when he does fight them, he don't beat them the way he's supposed to, like when he fought Miguel Cotto or Danny Jacobs. I thought he was going to steamroll Danny Jacobs, but you know, he didn't. A win is a win, regardless. You know, very strange, man. You know, career, man. You know, he surprised me by coming in 174. He looks good. Let's see how he does in the ring. But he's able to carry the weight, but he's not going to be able to fluctuate and weight as he get older. That's what happened to Roy Jones when he went up in Fort Ruiz and he came back down and fought Antonio Tarver. He was in his 30s. So, Canelo can do that now, but not for long.
Yeah, my thing is, I looked at him on the scale, and he just didn't. He just didn't look. He looked soft. His body looked soft. He didn't look too.
I was listening to the commentators. I did take a glance. When he was on the scale, like a quick glance, I couldn't really tell the definition he had or lack thereof. Some fighters can fight despite the weight, but Canelo is short, and they say he was lifting weights. So he better be careful. It's the way you put on weight. Is what you do. Only few fighters can do that. So let's see if it's going to transcend in the ring tomorrow night.
Yeah, what you think, Abel? You there, Abel? Abel? Abel, you there, brother? I think you're on mute. Yeah, you was on.
Yeah, I am. I was just ordering food, right? Just ordering food, so. Well, I like the setup, though. It's nice.
Yeah, man. I think that I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to take full advantage of this situation with Kovalev. I think that he's gonna even more wants him to target his body, because the fact that you overweight and you having a hard time making weight. I'm definitely targeting your body because you're gonna have stamina issues. You know what I'm saying? He finally made weight right now.
Man, Canelo's going to pounce on this, bro.
They let him get back on the scale right now. And he made weight. I don't know what he did right now to make weight. No, he made Pablo Escobar. He made weight the third time around, not the second time. The third.
Wow.
That was his third time. So his third time around, he made weight. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, man. I may have to change my pick at this point because the fact that it took you 3 times to make weight, bro. Yeah, man. Kovalev's losing this fight.
Yeah, and I think that like I said, target his body. We already knew that was the game plan going in. Now it's even more so the game plan.
Yep. I mean, ever since award fights, the rap's on Kovalev. Just hit him to the body. He can't take body shots.
Right.
As simple as that.
Right. He can't take the body shots, and now it's even more so the reason why I'm targeting his body. You struggling to make weight at your own weight, and you just fought 6 weeks ago. The game plan is evident. You know what I'm saying? Kurt, what you think about making weight the third time around?
Well, it's like I said, it's never a good thing, man. With Kovalev being soft to the body, and like you said, Canelo's going to target his body, man. So look for left hooks to the body, straight rights to the body, and then when that guard comes down, look for an overhand right, and then a left hook to the body that's going to hurt Kovalev. I can see it as clear as day. I'll be surprised if Kovalev be effective, man. I don't like all that smiling and hugging. When I was watching 40 Days, man, it just turned me off, man. And I was like, I'm glad to be here type of attitude, just like Danny Jacobs, man. I want you to be mean and nasty, man. And he wasn't that, man. I think he's happy to get a nice payday. Expect Kovalev to lose, man. Canelo's very smart. You take a name, you take a fighter in a high division, a name fighter. You know he's not what he used to be, and you target him. You know, you go after him. So that's that's smart matchmaking. What Canelo's doing, because like I said, man, this Kovalev is past his prime, and even when Kovalev beat Alvarez in a rematch, not because Kovalev looked like some great champion, that was brought back to life like Jason Voorhees. It was because of Alvarez was ill prepared, not only physically but mentally. And I said to myself, he's going to get knocked out again, and that's going to be the end of his career.
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. I see a couple of people saying he cherry picked. No, he ain't cherry picked. He picked. Yeah, he might have picked the lesser of the champions, but he's still jumping up 2 weight classes. And Sergey Kovalev still has viable skill set that could defeat Canelo Alvarez. So it's not a cherry pick. It's just I think that Kovalev is not Novocaine is not a cherry. It's not a cherry pick at all. Not a cherry pick at all, man. Sergey Kovalev, yeah. When you comparing him to his peers and maybe I don't know if Dimitri Bivol beats him. He just beat Anthony Yard, right? Yeah, Anthony Yard faded, but Kovalev also too faded in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Kovalev was winning that fight easily, and then he started to fade and allowed Yard to come on. And yeah, out of the champions, I think that Beterbiev is a better fighter than him. And I think that Bovdik is possibly a better fighter than him. But that there ain't no foregone conclusion. They're gonna step in the ring and beat Sergey Kovalev. None of them. None of them gonna step in the ring and you're gonna say it's a guarantee that he beats him. And after later Alvarez knocked him out the first time, I thought in the second fight, I'm like, well, it's over. He ain't got nothing left. And then he just outclassed Aleda Alvarez the second go round. And Aleda Alvarez is the guy that Adonis Stevenson was avoided. So, man, guys just take this cherry pick thing a little too far. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, it's not a cherry pick because Kovalev can put on a great performance. I don't see it happening, but we just don't never know until that bell ring for the first round. He chooses people carefully. He sit backs, he watch. He has a team around him. They break down. This guy has a weakness. Canelo, I think you can beat him. So let's sit back and choose him. So that's what they did with Kovalev. They know what happened. Fighters pay attention, even if they say they don't. They lying, man. They know because they know who to fight, especially if it's a potential opponent. They look at film. You got people go back and telling them this and that. So it is a clever maneuver because it looks good if Canelo wins by knockout because he said, well, I jumped up 2 weight classes and he's becoming the 4th Mexican to be a champion 4 weight division, something like that. So it looks good. So it looks like history and he's doing all these great things, and I don't hate on him because I know he's a very good fighter. I want to see him in with a young fighter who has rhythmic and perpetual motion. How he will overcome that because he knows that's his weakness, but he's choosing the Rocky Fieldings and the Liam Smiths and the Sergey Kovalev and the Danny Jacobs. He knows he can beat those fighters because they're going to stand right in front of him.
You see, this is what I'm saying, man. We get too many people. We just take words and just overuse them. How could it possibly be a cherry pick? Kovalev is a 2-time world champion. He was the boogeyman at 175. The first fight with Andre Ward was a very close fight. Why is it a cherry pick for a guy that come up from 160 pounds, who's a very, very short guy, that come up there? If that's the case, why didn't Anthony Yard beat him? If that's the case, because if Anthony Yard gets in the ring with Bivol, Bovdik, or any of these guys, ain't no walk in the park. Ain't no guarantee they're gonna win. Stop overusing the word cherry pick, man. That's for guys that you never heard of. How you gonna say that Kovalev is a 3-time champion is arguably could have won the first Andre Ward fight with a guy who's a gold medalist and undefeated. The second fight, yeah, Ward stopped him. Well, Andre Ward ain't no walk in the park. And then you get what's his name? Later Alvarez caught him off guard, knocked him out, right? But guess what? He made the adjustments and he came back and outclassed Later Alvarez. So what are we talking about? Cherry pick? It makes no sense, man. Come on, man. Stop, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's words like that. We just overuse duck and cherry pick and it just makes no sense, man. Y'all come on. Novocaine, I'm starting to think you don't know nothing about boxing, man. Abel Mahari, what you think, man? Is this a cherry pick?
I'll put it like this. To me, I mean, it's not really a cherry pick, but I can understand why some would view it as a cherry pick because, I mean, with Kovalev, yes, he's had very good outings against, he almost beat Andre Ward, okay? And he beat Bernard Hopkins, regardless of how old he was. He beat him. He made adjustments and beat Elder Alvarez. But I think from my viewpoint, he's accomplished light heavyweight. But there was a reason why Canelo Alvarez picked him because he knows that Sergey Kovalev, does not discipline himself very well outside of boxing. You know what I mean? I mean, we just saw right now how much he struggled to try to make 175. But I mean, the point is that I think that maybe for this one we may be going a little too overboard on the cherry pick, but I could understand. So I'm kind of both sides of the fence on that argument.
You see, the thing is, here's the thing, right? When you say a cherry pick, this dude is, you're talking about the lesser of the champions. Outside of Beterbiev and Bovdik, who do you guarantee at 75 to beat Sergey Kovalev? Nobody.
Not many. Not many, to be honest with you.
So he's going up 2 weight classes and fighting the guy who was arguably the boogeyman division until he lost to Andre Ward. Like you're talking about a cherry pick. Like, that's ridiculous to say something. That's so outlandish to me to say such a thing.
But you also have to understand, though, Blue. But you also have to understand, Canelo could have had an opportunity to face against, Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andre. I mean, he had intentions of unifying 160, and then all of a sudden you decide to go up 2 weight classes and face against probably one of the lesser of the champs in Sergey Kovalev. Because you refused to fight one of your mandatories, and he's one of the best middleweights in the division. So, like I'm saying, I think to me, I mean, I can understand why Canelo picked him, but I'm on both sides of the fence. I'm in between that argument.
Yeah, see, the thing about this is this, right? It's far from a cherry pick when you're saying, okay. So anybody here think that Jamal Charlo is gonna walk through Sergey Kovalev? You don't know boxing. If you say such a thing, then you don't know what you're talking about, and then I can't argue with you. If you think that the only person that his style, Demetrius Andre's style, matches up perfect with Sergey Kovalev because he's an outboxer, Jamal Charlo's flat-footed. So you think Charlo walk through Sergey Kovalev? Then cut it out. So cherry pick Kovalev to fight Jamal Charlo.
I don't see that to be possible. I mean, with due respect to Jamal Charlo, I like him. I like the way he fights, though. But I mean, like BFTB always says, styles make fights, and the fact that Jamal Charlo is very flat-footed in certain fights, I mean, it would not be good to fight against Sergey Kovalev because the style of that matchup wouldn't be to his detriment.
Right. And so if Jamal Charlo, you think Jamal Charlo jump up to 175 and you remove Canelo with Jamal Charlo, so essentially what you're saying is a testament to Canelo Alvarez's skill set. So by default, you're elevating Canelo Alvarez's skill set because if Canelo Alvarez, if you remove Canelo Alvarez and put Jamal Charlo in this situation, it's a 50-50 fight. And so if you think it's a cherry pick for Canelo Alvarez, right, then you saying that by default you're elevating Canelo Alvarez's skill set. Am I right, Kurt?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, no matter who you fight in the boxing ring, It could be a guy with 20 wins and 18 losses and 4 knockouts. He's still dangerous. When you don't take an opponent serious, you make him a serious opponent, as Larry Merchant said before. And so it is, it's not a cherry pick like somebody said in the chat. Lamont said that it's not a cherry pick, it's a calculated, pick. It's not a cherry pick, but it's a calculated one.
Right.
And that's true because Canelo team, they still has the advantage, because this ain't the guy, the killer he used to be. Like I said, this is not KRUSHER anymore. It's Kovalev. It's a huge difference. But if he lands one hand flush on Canelo, or he uses the jab and surprisingly outbox Canelo, then he's going to upset the apple cart. Because see, if I was Buddy McMurray, I would surprise everybody by outboxing Kovalev. I would work on my jab and movement just enough. I would tell him to use your feet. It's not going to be the most exciting fight that you use for fighting, but we're going to outbox Canelo. Because when you think of Kovalev, you think of power, you think of KO, and Canelo's thinking the same thing. I would outbox him, but that's another matter for another day. Canelo, like I said, his team is smart. They pick out fighters they know they can beat.
Hey, Novocaine, let me ask you a question. Novocaine, would you place Floyd Mayweather in the ring with Sergey Kovalev right now? See, I mean, dudes just make no sense. Would you place Floyd Mayweather in the ring with Sergey Kovalev right now? Yes or no?
Man, can I answer that question?
Go ahead.
Absolutely not. I mean, weight classes matter. Come on.
That's what I'm trying to say. Would you do it, Kurt?
No, I wouldn't do that. Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. And he clearly outclassed Canelo Alvarez. So how could it possibly be a cherry pick? See, some words are just overblown. It's just overstated. We just take some certain words and just use it out of context. Okay, when Danny Garcia fought, what was his name? Rod Salka. Now that's a cherry pick.
Right. Damn right.
Right, but Danny Garcia fighting Lamont Peterson ain't a cherry pick. Like, stop it, man. Stop trying to. You just say you would rather see him fight. Okay, Novocaine. So what's your reasoning for saying he's a cherry pick? Because just say that you would rather see him fight this person. Don't say he's a cherry picking. It's two different things. It's one thing to say he's cherry picking. It's another thing to say you would much rather see him fight Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo or even what's his name Beterbiev or Bobdick. Just say you would rather see him fight them. Right? They're better fighters, but don't say he's cherry picking. There's no such thing as cherry picking to fight Sergey Kovalev. I don't care how old he is. If Demetrius Andrade getting there with Sergey Kovalev, it's a possibility Demetrius Andrade gets knocked out. A strong possibility. So please stop with the cherry picking and all of that. Just say you much rather see him fight guys like Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo or Bobdick or Beterbiev or whatever. Just say that, but stop using the word cherry pick or duck.
Yeah, because we just saw an upset, a 20-1 underdog that was Ruiz against Joshua, and we seen the champion lose his belt and get knocked down 4 times. I don't think when we think of underdogs and people who may not jump out at you or who may not possess, top level skill set. We tend to be like, oh, he's a bum, but anything can happen in the boxing ring. We saw it in February in Tokyo, Japan, in 1990. Seen tremendous upsets in the ring, in the square circle, as I call it, and anything can happen, man. So any fighter that's an underdog, you call him a live dog because he has a chance to score an upset. Sometimes they're just not good enough, but anything can happen.
Right. And so saying cherry pick is outlandish. It's outlandish. Don't say he cherry picked anybody. He didn't cherry pick. It's a calculated move to say, listen, I think he's the weaker link out of the 4 champions. Bovdic, well, out of the 3 now, Beterbiev, Bivol, and Kovalev. Kovalev is the weaker link. Like Kovalev himself said, he thinks I'm the weaker link out of the champions at 175. But he's a champion at 175. And who else at 175 outside of Bovdic and Beterbiev, and even Bivol? That's going to be a tough fight for Bivol. He just beat Anthony Yard. If Anthony Yard step in the ring with Bivol, I think there's a strong possibility that Anthony Yard is going to beat Bivol if he has his stamina correct. You understand what I'm saying? So let's stop saying a cherry pick. Who else at 175 going to beat Kovalev? Marcus Brown? I like Marcus Brown. Jean Pascal? He already beat Pascal twice. So who else at 75 is going to beat him? So stop saying he cherry picked him. Man, y'all just take stuff and just run with it. You think that does anybody, Kurt? Do you think that Anthony Yard is get whitewashed by Dimitri Bivol?
No, Anthony Yard is dangerous. He just gotta improve on some things, man. I see the talent. He's very athletic. He's a lot faster than I thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
And what you think, Abel?
I had to agree with Curtis. I mean, the thing with Anthony Yard was that he didn't train. He didn't spar in his previous fight with Kovalev, but he showed some good promise. He's got good speed, good athleticism, though, bro. I mean, he's not. Listen, if anyone thinks that Anthony Yard's a pushover, then you really do not know boxing, right? Because Anthony Yard is a tough matchup for anyone at 175. Okay, and I bet you this: if Kovalev and Yard rematch again, I'm still gonna favor Yard into winning a rematch.
Right, and another thing is, right, Anthony Yard seemed not to take it serious. So here's the thing: a lot of fighters, I'm sure that people thought George Foreman was a cherry pick. How'd that work out?
Exactly.
How'd that work out for Michael Moore? How'd that work out?
Oh, you know what? I got a better one. When Mike Tyson chose to face against Buster Douglas, how'd that turn out?
Right, how'd that turn out? How did this work out? And everybody thought that Floyd was just going to walk through Marcos Maidana too, right? That was a cherry pick, right? And how'd that turn out? Now he won the fight, but that was a very, very close fight, right? So how'd that turn out? Like, listen, we got to stop using the word cherry pick. It's just overblown, man. It's just overstated. Am I wrong, Kurt?
No, not at all, man. We say bomb too easy, disrespecting fighters. We say, and that shouldn't enlighten fight fans because Patrick Davis lost his life. It takes a special breed to climb through those ropes. I fought for 2 years, but I played football over boxing. It's hard to fight, man. And we call them bums and cherry pick. And then when something dramatic happened, we go like, oh man, we didn't see this coming, man. That's why you got to sit back and just say to yourself, any and everybody has a chance to win. If that guy that's the favorite or overwhelming favorite, if he does win easily, he just was better that day, and it just showed. He just had too much for the guy. But they could fight 10 times and be 10 different results. Every fight has its own personality.
Exactly, man. We just got to relax on the whole cherry pick and listen. I'm sensitive to it, man. Patrick Day was the kid was, and I'll say this again, man. I watched that kid grow up. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a kid that Patrick Day. He stepped in the ring with a guy that was 10-0. Patrick Day had far more experience than this kid, and how'd that end up for him? It resulted in his loss of his life. With a kid that everybody was saying, is this kid ready for Patrick Day? They putting him in the ring. He only got 10 fights. He only had 10 fights. And that resulted in a loss of life. Not even a loss of fight. A kid that had 10 fights. So stop saying cherry pick, man. We must stop saying cherry pick, man. You use the word in the proper content. When it's a situation like, and there's some fights that you know, if some guys like Deontay Wilder, let's say he had the opportunity to face Anthony Joshua, and then he chose to fight. You know, he had the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua, and then he chose to fight, you know, Billy Joe Schmo from, and he most of his fights are bar fights. Yeah, then you can say, oh, listen, man, what are we doing here, right? Or Joshua not fighting Wilder and fighting the 50th ranked guy. You know, Tyson Fury not fighting Wilder and fighting, you know, Tom Schwartz. That's a cherry pick. That's a cherry pick. Tyson Fury not fighting Deontay Wilder and fighting Tom Schwartz. That's a cherry pick. You see what I'm saying? Let's get to this call. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Blues? Avery, man, from Wisconsin, man. What's going on with you?
My guy, what's shaking with you? Salute to Wisconsin, man.
Yes, sir, man. I can't help it, man. I don't believe, man, it's a cherry pick. It's a cherry pick, man, for Canelo, man. Canelo trying to make history. I believe he ducked a couple people, but this fight right here is not a cherry pick, man.
Right.
I feel like he feel like in his head it's an easy fight for him, which I don't believe that neither, but I feel like he feel like he got a one up. He saw some of that Anthony Yarde. I personally believe Anthony Yarde didn't gas out, he would end up stopping Kovalev, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just reading the comments, and I just feel like, man, this is not a cherry pick for Canelo. Canelo chasing greatness if he fighting bums or if he fighting people we want to see him to fight. You know what I mean? He's chasing after his own legacy, man. But this one right here, Canelo gonna get past that jab, man. Mm-hmm. Canelo definitely gonna get past that jab. And I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now, Blue. Between the 9th and 11th round, man, they're gonna stop that fight, man.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Yeah, and I think so too. I appreciate you calling, bro. I think that Canelo could stop him by the 7th round. I've been saying the 7th round, you know, because of the body and this situation with the scales, you know, just further proves to me, you know, Kovalev is maybe, you know, just I don't know. Maybe he laughed at one point. He laughed at Canelo.
If you read my comment, man, this is exactly what it is, man. This is the biggest payday, man, Kovalev had in his years of boxing, man. Look, I don't care, man. You can have the belt. I'm gonna take this money, and I guarantee you he retire after this fight.
Oh yeah, I don't put it past him. I definitely think so. You know, but as far as it being a cherry pick, no, come on, stop it, man.
No, it's definitely not a cherry pick. Like I said, in my opinion, he avoided some fights. He avoided some fighters, but I feel like this is easy. You know what I mean?
I think he think it's the opportunity to create history, and it's the easier out of the champions.
Exactly. Like Lamont said, man, it's an extremely calculated risk.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah. With that being said, man, salute to y'all, man.
Salute.
All y'all on the panel, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all finish cooking, man.
Appreciate you, champ.
Salute, brother.
Salute, man. Hey, Blue, I'm gonna switch technological devices, okay?
Okay. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Wow. I must be the most favorite brother east of the Rockies, man. Matt Downtown, Brick City, Jersey again.
What's shaking with you, King?
Man, so drop a salute to you.
And hold on, Matt. Before you get to that, let me ask Nova King one more thing.
Go ahead, get at it.
Nova King. Deontay Wilder is cherry picking by fighting Luis Ortiz? Because what you just said is the reason I said, because I said that I think that Canelo is going to stop Kovalev in the 7th round. You said I said that because it's a cherry pick. So I guess Deontay Wilder is cherry picking. Deontay Wilder is cherry picking Luis Ortiz because I don't think that's going to go past the 5th round. So by your method, then that's a cherry pick then too, huh? You see what I'm saying, man? Go ahead, Matt.
All right, like I said, salute to you and the historical king, Kurt Sugar. You know, bless you guys and bless all the people in the chat, man. Bless the whole world, man. At this day and time is very, very crazy. But I'm listening, Blue Blood. I think it's absolutely not a cherry pick by far. I mean, not in terms of the selection and going up to this weight class to fight a very, very worthy opponent. I mean, you got to give Kovalev his props for what he's done in the ring over the years. But this is my concern, and this is always my concern as I lay out my comments and as I lay out when I call, man. Listen, politics of boxing. I mean, I just can't get, I think the fact that I'm marred, my perspective might be marred by, the history, the politics, and the business of boxing, man, is always in the back of my mind when I think of these competitive fights and things that happen. This is Canelo. Have we seen a fight as of late where Canelo was actually challenged? Have we seen a fight whereby Canelo could possibly lose? Do we really think, as good as this fight could be, that Kovalev's going to get the bid, even if he wins in the last 12 rounds? My answer is no. My answer is no. Now, I don't want to discourage the people in chat. I don't want to discourage the people, with regard to watching this fight, man, but it is what it is. I doubt highly if Canelo loses. I don't care how we look at it, whether he gets knocked out between the 5 and 7, or, it doesn't matter what our predictions are. I just hate to say it, man. I'm just too clouded by, what's going on, especially with, they paid this guy millions of dollars, man, to see him lose. It's very easy for us to understand why he's not fighting certain fighters. I mean, maybe we're overanalyzing this, but I know we got to keep the talk going, but it's pretty clear what's going on in boxing, man, especially with Canelo, like a franchise fighter, and then with a guy like Loma, a franchise. I mean, come on, man. It is what it is. And I just want us to call it for what it is. Instead of projecting ourselves with all this analysis on who's going to win, listen, man, the fight is a setup, man. In everything, on the interview, I forgot who gave the interview with Bob himself, okay? With Bob himself, Bob Arum of Top Rank. He had an interview. It was over last weekend, I believe. He said it. It's clear as day in so many words. Do you really think that Canelo's going to lose this fight? I mean, with all that stuff in boxing, man, how can we call it? It's very discouraging, man, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I love to talk. I love to chat. Blue Blood, you and Kurt, always keep the flow live, man. Keep it flowing, man.
Appreciate it.
As far as I see, man, how is what we should be talking about is whether or not it's possible that Canelo will lose.
That's a fact. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that in a second.
Look, let's keep it true and deep based on the business of politics of boxing. Is there a chance that the zone, is there a chance that Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy will allow Canelo to lose now that Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya are at odds, allegedly?
And another thing is we're gonna see if he give it his all. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, come on, man, think about it. If Canelo, I heard Eric Morales, which is not Eric Morales, but Gomez, who's their president?
Oh yeah,
for Golden Boy.
Yeah,
I heard him today. He said it very clearly. He said, "Listen, now he said it as plain as day. He said we've done a good job with matching Canelo in his fights over the past years. We've done a great job with his selection. Canelo personally chose this fight. Now I'm reading between the lines because I heard main event president, I forgot Miss Duva, she said it too. She said, well, listen, Canelo chose us. They weren't out trying to get this fight. Canelo came to them. So, do we think Canelo, he's a competitor and he's a boxer, he's a fighter. But do we think that they will allow? Why do you think there's so much grudge match going on between Canelo and the zone, the network, and between him and Oscar? I don't even think they want to allow him to fight the fight that he wants to fight, but they gave him this one. So, I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. You guys, man, do a great job at keeping, the conversations going and keeping it, keeping us interested, man, with this thing. But sometimes it's hard to do it, Kurt. How do you look past it, Kurt, with all that you know about this game? Is it hard, man? In a situation like this? Can't we finally get a day in boxing where everything is neutral, where the possibilities are truly 50-50, where we really don't know the outcome? This one is not really like the others, man. Sure, Buster Douglas and Tyson, but this one, man, I think we could already call what this one is.
Well, Well, let me say this, Matthew, man.
I'm listening.
When you have the bigger name in boxing, you know, and you're the money maker, you know, ain't much you can do about it if you're the underdog unless you win or knock him out. You know,
gotta knock him out. You got to.
Because that's what happened with Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler came up the hard way. And when he was awarded a draw against Vito Antuofermo, he said, enough of this. My judges is going to be my left hand and my right hand. And he changed the fighting style, and he started knocking everybody else. Because even when Mike Tyson got knocked out, they was trying to get that overturned. And I'm going to tell you something. If that fight was in the States, they would have got that fight overturned.
Right.
Japan, and the Japan promoter said, hell no, Buster won fair and square. So, you know, when you have the bigger name, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. I've seen Norton beat Muhammad Ali at Yankee Stadium, but they gave it to Ali, you know. So, unfortunately, you know, that's always been the case in boxing. So, unless you win 12 out of 12 rounds.
Right.
If I'm the underdog, if I can win my boxing, but the chance of knocking you out, I will go for the knockout, but not be reckless.
Right. So that's what it leads to the underdog, you know, being Kovalev. The only thing he can do is go into this fight and knock him out. So, like, I don't mean to be ingredient, but there is a chance those possibilities are in him knocking Canelo out. Fair to say, I think that's what you just suggested. But other than that, man, you guys keep turning it up.
Appreciate you.
So once again, Blue Blood, hit me up, man. Blue Blood, I've been hitting you about the wrench, man. But
you know what I gotta do? You know what I keep forgetting, man? Because on this channel, this is all I do on this channel. So I gotta go because of the way the stream is set up. So I gotta go into the old yesterday stream and then wrench people up through that way, man.
It's still a big thing, man. We still support, man. Plus,
sure.
You know, we got to keep the trolls going because that's part of the.
Yeah. That's why I tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and comment on the last episode. That way I can wrench y'all up that way, because otherwise I can't see it, man.
Man, keep on striving, man. We're gonna keep on supporting, man.
No doubt.
You know, this is a good thing. Again, you know, I do have your email now, Kurt. So I think I hit you up the other day. But you guys keep grinding, man. Keep doing this boxing thing, man.
Yes,
bringing
sir.
Boxing back. LDBC is bringing boxing back, man.
Salute.
All right?
Salute.
All right. I got you. I hit you up the other day. Let's check it out. All right.
All right, bro.
All right. Blessings and regards, fellas.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, DJ Roots, man. DJ Zion Love. What up, man?
What's shaking, DJ Zion Love?
Hey, what's up, man?
Everything good.
Yes, sir. Hold on one second. Hey, man, we got 370 people here. Let's get 370 likes, man. I don't know why we always got to say that, man. We got 370 people watching, and we got 100 likes. Smash the like button, man.
Hey, let me say this in the words of Black Fight Band TV. We got 370 people in this hole. Smash the like button right now, you dusty hoes.
Word, man. Smash it, man. Come on, man. It don't make no sense, man. Come on, smash the like button. All these people sitting there watching, come on. We can't get y'all to smash the like button. My brother, DJ Zion Love, go ahead and cook, bro.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Big up First Sugar. Big up yourself. Big up Blue Blood. Long time, man. First thing, hearing your voice on the phone, everything is good.
Yeah, salute, brethren.
This fight, right, tomorrow, it's not a cherry pick when he picked Kovalev to fight him. It's a cherry pick timing of the fight. That's where the cherry pick is. It's not that Kovalev is a dangerous person. He killed somebody already in the ring. You understand? So I think De La Hoya, Canelo, is involved in the cherry pick timing of this fight. He just fought a fight and he won the fight at the same time. That's why they didn't give him like a good 3-6 months to train for him to study properly. That's where the cherry pick is. That's what based on my opinion. That's what I see.
What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, it's one thing.
It's calculated.
Yeah, it's calculated. I'm gonna tell you who did that. When Sugar and Leonard had a press conference, fighting Marvin Hagler, everybody was like excited because there was a big announcement in the sport of boxing. Oh man, Leonard's gonna fight Hagler. Everybody was in talks. All the journalists was there, and Leonard says a fight of this magnitude, me versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Sorry, it will never happen. You know, and everybody was disappointed. He made Hagler look an idiot because he didn't feel at that time that he could beat Marvin. But when Marvin Hagler had the tough fight with Tommy Hearns, Tommy took a lot of fight out of Marvin. And then the next year, he had a tough fight with John the Beast Mugabe, where Mugabe swelled at Hagler eye closed. Leonard was yelling right by Tom Selleck, Magnum PI, let's go, Marvin. Then he fought Marvin that next year because he knew that Marvin wasn't going to beat him. So the call is right. It's not when you fight somebody. It's not if you fight somebody. It's when you fight somebody. Like I said, when the Crusher beat Hopkins, I would have picked Kovalev, but this ain't the same guy, and Canelo knows that it's the right time to get Kovalev. He has a name. He has a reputation of being a Crusher, which he's no longer. And he's right for the picking, as they say.
Exactly. That's literally that's what it means. Cherry picking. You got to make sure that cherry is ripe and not sour at the right moment. It's like kind of like baking a cake. He's not gonna take it out of the oven till the right time. So that's exactly what they did.
But DJ, this is the difference though. It's a timing thing. But Kovalev ain't that far past his prime that he don't have a chance to win the fight.
I understand. But like everybody said, they see something. So Canelo saw something.
But guess what? But guess what? We saw something. Andre Ward saw something too.
Yeah, you know, based on my opinion for that first fight with Andre Ward didn't lose that fight. But let me tell you why Andre Ward win. It was political. Because remember, when Kovalev fight Andre Ward for the first time, he was partying with Trump. And Trump was that connection. Why do you think Kovalev can't get tough in those rape cases and things like that? He get a pass because he was partying with Trump before he fought Ward. So this was a political thing. This was bigger than Ward and Kovalev. That's why he lost that fight.
But look, when he fought,
I won money on Ward. I bet money on Ward. I won money, but I was like to myself, he was going to Trump political party. He was associated with the Russia work thing at the same time. So that has something to do with it. Okay, he did win that first fight, but I won money on Ward. Based on my opinion, that's what I see.
But Anthony Joshua so-called cherry pick Andy Ruiz.
Yep.
That's a. I'm saying though, sometimes boxing event, political parties can get involved also. You have to think about that.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is when we use the word cherry pick, we use it out of content. So a cherry pick is Tyson Fury fighting Tom Schwartz.
Yeah, because it's a less threat.
The chances of Tom Schwartz winning that fight is slim, right? Now we could say, you know, we don't know what the politics behind the scenes going on could have the powers that be with Sergey Kovalev or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the fact remains, if Kovalev came in the fight just solely to win this fight, with no politics, with nothing behind the scenes, he should be favored to win the fight. So that's not. So that's what I'm saying. So even at this advanced age, it's not a cherry pick. It's a calc.
No, I didn't say that he was a cherry pick for Canelo. I said the timing of it, the short notice. That's where the technical.
Right. They try to put him in a position, but that's what I'm saying. So when people say Kovalev and cherry pick in the same sentence, it's outlandish.
They're wrong.
Right.
This is called cherry pick, not fighter. This is called cherry pick timing. There's a difference. Cherry pick timing and cherry picking a fighter is totally different.
Right. I can agree with that.
I know what he's saying.
Right.
I got the same point too, because what he's trying to say, what he's basically trying to say is that it's not that he's cherry picking the fighter, he's cherry picking on the timing of when he chose the fight.
Right. And he's right there. He was too soon.
Right.
That's why he became what he wanted, because he didn't want. He's still feeling the effects of that fight that he fought in Russia, but it's the money. They know that they're cherry picking the time. They're not cherry picking the fight. They can't. Kovalev, no. If Kovalev, you give Kovalev time, the Kovalev that was beaten by War the first time. Trust me, that would have been Canelo got killed, literally.
Right.
So timing.
But you know what, my DJ, this is what I'm saying, right? And I agree 1,000% what you're saying, how you put it. But this is what I'm saying. So the same people that's saying he's cherry picking. If Kovalev come in there and jab his face off and make this an easy fight, because it's a possibility he could do that.
Yeah,
He just keep him at distance.
Yeah.
He keeps him at distance, use his power, right? Canelo's going to be hesitant if he uses straight right in his power, uses jab to keep him at bay, uses his advantages, right? And beats Canelo from 1 to 12. Is everybody going to give him, overly praise him like they do Andy Ruiz for beating Joshua? Or they going to say, they're going to just discredit Canelo and say, well, he was never that good and avoiding this. You see what I'm saying where I'm getting at this?
Yeah, I understand, but remember, these guys are social media. Then I mean, you watch the hardcore boxing fan. These guys are social media type. You know,
right?
The hurry come. You know what I'm saying? You make a hurry up and come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then people like, nah.
Right. Let's if we're gonna say it's a cherry pick, then if Kovalev beats him, then you got to say he's the best light heavyweight in the world.
You're damn right. I'm giving him credit.
Has to be in the argument. Yeah.
Remember now, the reason why Canelo is not fighting any black guys anymore, you know why? Because he vowed to himself, I will never lose to a good black fighter again. That's why you rather lose to all them white light heavyweight. That's who you want to lose to. He will never lose to somebody like who are the Mayweather light again. He swear by that. That's the only guy that beat him. So I think it's a racial thing. He'd rather get knocked out by somebody other than a black man again. Beaten. He's not going to do it again. This is racial motivation, my opinion. He will never make somebody get rich again. Yeah. Or he believed that he was part of getting Mayweather rich instead of him getting Mayweather rich. You know,
he also said that he would never fight another Mexican fighter either.
But Canelo can fight anybody, man. And if he fights Charlo and those guys, I'm betting money that he'll beat them. You understand? But this is racial motivated. He would never give a next black man a chance to eat off him again. That's the core.
Yeah.
And I think that.
Yeah.
I think he cut or took someone's blood and right in Mexico that he will never fight. He will never give a next black man a young stallion, black man, lion again, like he did something. Because remember, he believed he was going to beat Mayweather. He believed Mayweather was a cherry pick because he was younger, he's Mexican and things like that. He was looking at him with no respect. But after that shocking loss, he's never going to give a next black man with that much power and skill to beat him again. He's never going to do that.
Right.
That's what happened. You know, but everything is good, man. You guys doing a good job, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Bless up KRUSHER. Big up yourself. Anytime, one love.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
Peace, man.
Bro.
Bless up KRUSHER. Big up.
Yes, sir. Salute, brother.
So here's the thing, right? I see Nova King continue to say, so Canelo's daring to be great. Yeah, he's daring to be great. He's going up 2 weight classes. 2 real weight classes. He's not doing what Mikey Garcia did. What Mikey Garcia fought the majority of his career, the majority of his last 5 fights, should I say, at 140. And he didn't plan on going back down to fight 135 until they threatened to take one of his belts away. And that's why he went down to fight Robert Easter. Other than that, he was going to stay at 140. So, yeah, he's daring to be great because it ain't no telling what's going to happen in the sport of boxing when he moving up 2 weight classes. That's 15 pounds. There's weight classes for a reason. So that's 15 pounds with a guy we talking about Sergey just made, but he missed weight. So it took him 3 opportunities to make weight. And when he finally made weight, what you think he going to weigh tomorrow night? Stop it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Talib Cunningham, South Carolina.
Talib Cunningham, what's shaking with you, bro?
What's going on, my brother Kurt? What up?
Salute.
Yeah, man. You my guy, Blue. You my guy.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I got to disagree about this Canelo thing, man. I mean, Canelo's not going to take a fight with a 175 pounder. He figured he can't win. That's how I look at it. Point blank, period.
Yeah, but let me counter that real quick. Here we go. Most fighters don't take fights that they don't think they could win, especially when they move up. Mikey Garcia thought he could beat Errol Spence, right?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He believed wholeheartedly he was going to win that fight. His team.
That was a win-win for Mikey. That was a win-win for Mikey. If he loses to the boogeyman, okay, only thing we have to really do is put up an effort.
Okay, but hold on. Okay, but this is the same situation. This is a win-win for Canelo. If Canelo loses this fight, He was supposed to lose this fight. If he wins, he dared to be great, right? So it's a win-win situation for Canelo.
Nah, it's not quite the same thing because I mean, like we seen the last 2 years, Kovalev been kind of like on a decline. So okay, if Kovalev beats Canelo, that means Canelo should have never been there. But if Canelo beats Kovalev, Canelo is the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, but Canelo showed flaws. Kovalev showed slippages. That's due to age, right? The only person that outright just beat him was Andre Ward the second time and Almeida Alvarez the first time. He avenged that Almeida Alvarez fight. He outclassed. He didn't just win. He outclassed Almeida Alvarez, right? And the second Andre Ward fight, both Andre Ward fights was close until Andre Ward stopped him, right? So he showed chinks in the armor against Yard. Outside of that, he had one fight that he completely slipped, and that was the first Almeida Alvarez fight. That's a fact.
Well, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 100 with that. Andre Ward did not beat Kovalev the first fight. I actually scored that fight 9-3 for Kovalev, and I mean, I wanted Kovalev. I was going for Ward to win, but I mean, I got to be real. Kovalev dropped him. Kovalev, and I mean, I go back and watch that fight all the time, man. I can't really give Andre Ward no more than 4 rounds, but you know, I'm not the judge. I can't, you know, go back and that right there. The second fight, I mean, this was being real again. I've counted 22 low blows, you know, in the fight. But, you know, I'm not the judge. I'm not saying whatever. What I'm saying is, like, Kovalev is, I don't like him. I'm going to go ahead and say that. I don't like him. I don't like anything about Kovalev. But for Canelo to pick Kovalev and everybody saying a cherry pick, I can't go with that. Because, I mean, this might have been the moment Kovalev been waiting for. Kovalev needs to check right now.
Right.
You know what's going on there.
So that's what I'm saying. If Kovalev go in this fight and knocks out Canelo Alvarez, Kovalev is not going to get how much respect is he going to get? They're going to say he should have did that.
That's right.
Right. And if he looked bad and win the fight, they're going to say, oh, he's slipping. We're going to still say he's slipping, right? Because the Yard fight, let's be honest, he was clearly winning the Yard fight until he started running out of gas in that 7th round. Am I right, Kurt?
Yeah, you're right.
Correct.
Hold on 1 second. Let Kurt finish cooking. Go ahead, Kurt.
You know what can win Kovalev this fight, man? Ring IQ. He has a great trainer, man. And I was surprised, like I said, I will surprise everybody by boxing and moving. That will throw Canelo way off his game. And I'm telling you, as clear as day, if anybody can't see this, you beat Canelo by making him use his feet. I saw it in an Austin fight. I bet like 5 Canelo boxing fans, thousands of dollars, that Mayweather was going to beat him and beat him easy. And people thought I was crazy. They was like, you too young, big and strong. But I look at a fighter's shoulders. I looked at his footwork, everything. Always go most of the time with the fighter with the best footwork because boxing is a science. And like I said, a boxer without footwork is like a blind man without a cane because it puts you in position to dazzle and razzle your opponent. Move left, move right, move back. Now, I'm not saying Kovalev has Pernell Whitaker or the footwork, but he can make things really tough for Canelo by using a long jab like he has. He has a long jab, like the Sonny Liston jab, and move out the way. You know, move to your left, move to your right. I will work on his footwork. So I want to see how good McGirt is as a trainer and Kovalev by their game plan tomorrow. Because that's what boxing is. It's about strategy at the end of the day.
Exactly. Hold on 1 second, fellas. We got the Queen that stepped in the building. Miss Boxing that stepped off in the building. She was at work. She was running late. Yeah. We got the mediator back on. Peace and blessings to the Queen, Miss Boxing. What's going on with you, Queen?
Hello?
Miss Boxing, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. How is everything going?
We good.
Miss Boxer, how you doing?
Good. Hey, what's going on, Larry?
Hey, how you
Kurt, what's
doing?
going on? Good,
Pleasure to
thank
meet
you.
you.
You too.
Hey, Miss Boston, how you doing?
Hi, who's that on the line?
This is Timothy Cunningham calling again. I was talking to Blue. I got one question.
Okay.
What you think about the Kovalev Canelo fight? Do you think it's a cherry pick or not? Because I think I actually got Kovalev to stop Canelo in 9.
Do I think it's a cherry pick? In a way, I do. In a way that I think this is probably the opponent where he has the most advantage. I don't think it's a cherry pick in the fact that is a bum or anything like that, and I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. Not cherry pick like that, but if it was, I mean, like at the weigh-in, they look like booing Kovalev. If it was someone like Charlo, I think it would, the audience would be different. I mean, it would be a different environment. So I think he's just trying to get every advantage that he can. So in that way, I think maybe a cherry pick. But as far as the actual fight, no, I don't think so.
Right. You see, like, and that's what we're trying to say. Listen, man, we got 450 people here. Let's get 400 likes at the very least. Get the likes up to 400. We got 450 people watching. Let's get the likes up to 450, man. Come on, smash the like button, man. Yeah, man, we got the like. We got 150 likes, man, and we got 450 people watching. So 300 people, just come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
Miss Boston, I cleaned them out, man. I appreciate the time, man. I love y'all, man.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Salute.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, it's Trick Nolte. What's popping, Blue?
Trick Nolte.
Oh man.
Nolte, what's good?
Trick Nolte, my man.
Y'all doing all right, man? What's popping?
For sure. We doing good, man. We doing even better. We just a squirrel in your world. What's good?
Man, I'm out here doing this road work, man. I'm listening to what's going on with y'all and Kovalev and Canelo, man. I've been trying to call up that man, but it's just chat bit, man. It's the line is lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
I didn't want.
Hey, Trick Nolte, my brother. Hey, Trick Nolte, my brother. I got your email, man. You are impressive, bro.
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
That's Abel Mahari, bro.
Oh yeah, what's up, Abel? How you doing, man?
Man, feeling blessed though, bro. I'm turning 27 on Sunday, brother.
Okay. Well, man, hey, you want to shoot you something, man? For your birthday, man. Shoot you some email. You gotta excuse me, man. I'm out here. I'm running. I'm trying to catch my breath, man. But what's up, Kurt?
Yo, Trick, man, my brother, salute to you, bro. What's going on with you, man?
Oh, nothing, man. Just out here. So, hey, we gonna find out some cool weather down here, man, in Texas, man, down here in Houston. So I'm enjoying that. So, but yeah, I just calling in, man. But let me give you my thoughts on the fight, man. Hey, Blue.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, you're not gonna get away from the term cherry pick, man. That's gonna be there with this fight. But I'm gonna tell you this: I'm a little disappointed in Kovalev for not making weight. I mean, come on, man, it's the most important fight of your career, and you're not making weight. So I look for Canelo probably to stop him late, and hopefully we can move on from there with Canelo and maybe we get Charlo or somebody, man. So that's what I want to see. I'm down here in Houston, man, so I ride with some Charlo boys. So that's what I want to see, man. So hopefully we get that fight. If not, man, I don't know what to say about it, man. But anyways, man, I'm gonna get off this phone, man. Let y'all finish cooking, man, and hey, salute everybody on the chat, to the panel, everybody, man. Peace, man. I'm out.
Trick Nolte, salute to you.
Trick.
Hey, Kurt, man, we need to talk, man.
Yo, call me. Hit me up, bro. Hit me up later.
Yeah. I got something to tell you. All right, bet.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace. Hey, man, salute to my brother.
I got something to tell you. All right, bet.
Why is that double talking? Salute to Gregory White in the super chat. He said smash the like button or leave. Somebody else left a super chat too. I'm missing, man. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Calling from Chicago.
Chicago, Chi-Town in the building.
Chi-Town.
Yes, sir. Southside.
Hey, I'm a Bulls fan, bro.
Same here.
Yeah.
Me too.
we got three Bulls fans, so that means Miss Boxing is a Bulls fan too. She don't know it, but she is.
Oh, okay. How you doing, bro?
How you feeling, bro?
What's good with you?
Nah, not much. Hey, I was calling to comment on this the whole thing, the Canelo thing, and I think a lot of people really like underestimating the Buddy McGirt.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy McGirt is the guy who coached the guy who killed my boy Roy Jones.
Tarver.
Yeah, Tarver.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Buddy McGirt gonna let him come in there and let Kovalev's come in there half-assed and embarrassed. I really don't. And I really do see him pulling this fight off. I mean, he's got one of the most talented coaches in his corner, and I mean, I just don't see him losing this fight. I mean, Canelo got to give up. He got to give up a lot. He got to give up a lot in order to get even the thought of him getting to the inside to touch that body. And if Kovalev can keep him out, and like Buddy said, he can get him to fight like he know he can, and he come in there and show up that night, it's gonna hurt a lot of people feeling.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. What you think? What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, but Kovalev is gonna have to be smart, man. You know, the toughest fighter, the smartest fighter, and McGirt, even though McGirt is a good trainer, you know, the game plan is gonna have to be followed by Kovalev because McGirt can't fight for him, man. So, you know, if Kovalev, you go in there, use his head and not get into a firefight, you know, then he got a chance because what Canelo is banking on, he's beating these fighters by experience, man, because they don't have the ring IQ or the moxie and savvy to beat him. That's what's going to beat him. High ring IQ, and you got to have moxie and savvy. That's just a knowledge of something. You know, that's just, you know, you have to know how to deal with certain situations. That's having moxie. You know, and like I said, if he go in there and box and surprise everybody by moving a little bit, it's going to throw Canelo off his game plan, and we'll see an upset.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Ms.
I truly believe he's going to come in there and turn him. He's going to turn Canelo. I think if he turn him and keep him moving and keep just sticking that jab to him and one to him, I truly believe I truly believe him and Buddy McGirt is going to surprise a lot of folks on this fight.
What you think, Ms. Boxer?
Yeah, I think that Kovalev can't start slow like he did with Yard. He definitely started slow with Yard, and Yard was able to X out his jab. And I think Canelo is going to be able to do the same thing. I just don't. I don't see Kovalev. He just, to me, in his last fight, I could tell, you know, he's getting older, he's getting slower, but he does have a second win. So if he can last, you know, 6-7 rounds, you know, something might happen toward the end of the fight. But I think that Canelo is going to take care of business in the beginning of the fight and probably stop him 6-7 rounds.
Well, I understand, you know, I see him just walk around at 200.
Hold on one second, bro. Abel, go ahead. What you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tend to think that the big thing for me with Kovalev is going to be, can he implement the strategy that Buddy McGirt is going to you know, lay out for him in this fight? Because we do know in the past Kovalev has a tendency of not listening to his trainers and not listening to the game plan that is being implemented, though. So to me, the big thing is going to be, can he use his jab and keep Canelo off bay to try to throw everything up? Because I think Canelo is expecting to be more of a home booth, digging in the trenches type of fight there, so we can try at least land some body shots on Kovalev, because we know that he's weak to the body.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we're gonna have to get to the next caller, right, bro?
All right, bro. I appreciate it. Hey, I always like watching your show in the morning and in the evening, and it's good to hear from you, bro, and good to hear from your panel, Bert Sugar and Miss Boxer. Y'all have a good night.
For sure.
Thank you for calling, man.
Good night.
Oh, and Abel
Have a
Mahar,
good night,
right?
bro.
Yes, sir. Abel Mahar.
Yeah, and y'all have a good night.
All right, appreciate you, champ.
You too.
All right.
Yeah, man. You know, I think that Buddy McGirt.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this. I think that Buddy McGirt could definitely have a good game plan. You know, I definitely think that if Kovalev is to win, it's going to be because of Buddy McGirt. I think Buddy McGirt is going to be the difference maker. You know, but still in all, we got to see. You know, we still got to see Kovalev implement the game plan, like Abel said. You know, he got to follow through and not get undisciplined. So, you know, let's see how it all plays out. That's why it's so intriguing to me. That's why it's so intriguing to me to see how this plays out. Because regardless of what people want to think or people want to say, you know, he's daring to be great. He's moving up in weight. You know what I'm saying? He's moving up in weight, man. It's a lot of weight, man. We can't dismiss the fact that he's moving up in weight. You know, so what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Tunnel Vision, represent Connecticut.
Tunnel Vision, what's good? Shout out to Connecticut, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm really, man. This is to me, it's just weird and funky to me. I mean, like, if this situation where Kovalev had a little more time to heal from that tough fight that he had, and then, you know, I think that it's a fight where he does stop Canelo late. Me personally, I just think that, you know, Canelo's someone that couldn't stop basically dudes that started from 140, you know, from 100 pounds, whether it be a Floyd Mayweather, whether it be a Miguel Cotto, whether it be a Shane Mosley. I just think going up to 175, which, you know, it would be, in a normal situation, would be a very, very tough task to even cause any type of damage or, let's say, stop Kovalev. You know, and I think he learned after getting stopped the last 2 times. I think after that, Kamahari said something about that, you know, his trainer. But I think after 2, you know, behind whippings and getting stopped, he realized that, okay, I need to step back, you know what I'm saying, and put some respect on these people and actually listen to them. That's why he went back to, you know, back to the black trainers that he supposedly was trying to get away from and had no respect from, because now he clearly understands that they know what they're talking about. My main issue is that, you know, you're daring to be great, you know, Canelo is, but then I don't know if people have talked about it, but according to Dan Rafael, the rehydration clause, where tomorrow morning, you know, Kovalev can only weigh, both fighters cannot weigh more than 185 pounds in the morning, and they have this penalties for that if they weigh above 185. I kind of want to know what people think about that, because I think also that's major. It's really, really, really major. And let's be real. People, I understand people have an issue with and cherry picks, but let's be real. Take this from out there fight. Like you said, if you have beat Kovalev, they're only going to Kovalev. As well, if y'all beat him in Black Michigan, playing against, you know, Canelo Alvarez.
Hey, we can't hear you, bro. You're breaking up. Hey, do me a favor, call back because your phone is breaking up. You there?
I think he might have hanged up. Because
What's your name? Where you calling from?
What up? It's Carl Leadoff calling from LI. What's good, Blue?
Salute. What's shaking with you?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Where you at? Where you at? You in Suffolk or Nassau, man?
I'm in Suffolk.
Okay.
Belport.
Oh, in Belport. Okay. Salute.
Yeah. Salute. So here's what I was thinking. At first, I'm like, you know what? Canelo gonna take this easy. But I'm thinking, both these guys get gas. Let's be honest here. Both of them get gas towards like the end of the fight, halfway through. So if Kovalev can keep this guy at bay for the first half of the fight and somehow not let Canelo get on the inside, and then once that 7th round hits, just put the gas on, and I think he can stop him. So at first I thought Canelo could take this, but I don't know, man. I think Kovalev might take this tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I think it's a strong. I think Canelo is going to win the fight. I think Canelo is going to stop him. That's just my personal personal pick, but I definitely think that it's a strong possibility and opportunity for Canelo to outbox him and just stay away. I always result back to when Winky Wright fought Trinidad. You know, if he could keep him at bay, and as soon as Canelo gets close, to tie him up and just jab him, use a straight right, keep a very bland, basic game plan. And as soon as because Canelo got to work and got to, you know, he's gonna have to push the fight. He's gonna have to get to the inside. So while he's trying to do that, he's attempting to do that. Just jab him. Hit him with the straight right when the opportunity presents itself. And if he get in too close, he happens to get on the inside, tie him up. Kurt, what you think? Am I right, Kurt?
Yeah,
that's true, man. The jab is the most important weapon because you got a long fighter that's bigger naturally, you know, than Canelo, you know, and frustrate him. But you gotta, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, if he could do that, by mid-round, Canelo was started getting frustrated and try to force a fight by being reckless, by coming in and landing power shots. And you drop the right hand on him to get his respect, but you keep, you know, you keep that stick on him, you keep that jab on him, and box your way to a victory. You know, so and if you can clinch, if you can grab him and clinch him, because like I said the other day, when a fighter comes forward, you clinch him. Because he has to, you break his rhythm, and he has to start all over again.
Yeah,
so you can use the clinching as a defensive maneuver. So I agree.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. You force him to reset. That's all you got to do. Miss Boston, what you think, Miss Boston?
Yeah, I think Canelo is gonna. I think he's gonna try to hurt him early. I don't think he's gonna try to, you know, box him in the beginning of the fight. I think he's gonna try to hurt him. And then later on, maybe box. But I think he's going to try. I think his game plan is probably to try to take him out early. I know. I just don't think. I don't think that Kovalev. I just don't. I don't see. I don't think he's ready. And like I think it was the last caller or one of you had said that, you know, he just got out of a big time fight and he was hurt. He was hurt in that fight, and I'm sure he didn't have time to heal. I think Canelo, and that's another reason why I think Canelo is.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say cherry picking, but he has an advantage. He has an advantage. So there is some type of cherry picking going on there, but I don't think that Kovalev is probably not physically. I don't think he's physically ready.
What you think, Abel?
See, that's what goes back to the previous argument that the other previous caller made, because Canelo did not cherry pick on the fighter. He cherry picked on the timing of the fight. Because let's be honest here, if Sergey Kovalev was, you know, rested and 100% and made his weight officially before the Canelo fight, would have Canelo Alvarez taken the fight? It's yet to be seen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But we can all we can do is speculate, because there's nothing you could do about it now, because now Kovalev came in there overweight, had to go back and, you know, re-weight himself to go at 175, and he's just 6 weeks removed after his fight against Anthony Yarde. So there are advantages there for Canelo. I think there's a good reason why, you know, Canelo Alvarez chose Kovalev for those reasons.
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. I agree. Hey, we gotta get to the next caller, bro. I appreciate you. Right, salute to Belport, man. Hey, don't be no stranger, man. The 631, man. Don't be no stranger, Belport, man.
You got it, Blue.
Appreciate
salute,
you,
y'all.
Salute.
Salute, brother.
631, man. Don't be no stranger, man. This phone it just keeps replaying back to me every time I hang up. I don't know why. Hey, listen, we got 470 people watching, and we still don't even have 200 likes. I don't understand. Smash the like button. Why we got to continue to say that? Smash the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing to smash it. Smash it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Blue Blood?
What's shaking with you?
Hey, calling from Toledo.
Toledo, Ohio, in the building. What's shaking?
Hey, I came coming in to get my side on the boxing talk, you know.
Do your thing.
Hello, and Kovalev.
Go ahead and cook, brother.
Hey, you know, just talking. Hey, man, this is to me, you know, Canelo. This is Canelo's most biggest
challenge, dangerous fight, man. You know, people saying, this is a cherry pick and this and that. Hey, man, Kovalev can end this with one punch. You know, and Canelo coming up and then taking this challenge. Man, if Canelo pulls this off, man, it'll be one of the biggest things in boxing, you know? You know, in a long time, right?
In my opinion.
Yeah, you know, to me, because look at, from what Canelo started out at Blue Blood, and, you know, think about this. You know, Canelo's the same age as about Spence. You know, I'm talking about the weights, you know, water weight. And then to come up little by little, man, challenging, and man, going all the way up to light heavyweight. Man, that's boxing legacy, man. So, you know, if Canelo does pull this out, because this is a dangerous fight. You know, not just, it had to come from the side. You know, people say, oh, this is going to be an easy fight for Canelo, and he picked this guy. Man, you know, that young guy, Yarde, man. Man, Yarde, you know, he didn't have the best, most experience, but, man, he wasn't no joke, man. That Kovalev, man, he still got it, man. You know, he can still put that punch. So, you know, and not only is, you know, Canelo fighting Kovalev, man, he's fighting a mastermind. You know, old buddy's got a master plan, man. So, you know, it's going to be a scrap. So, if Canelo pulls this off, man, you know, I'm hoping that the boxing people give him the respect, you know, that he should get, you know, from all the boxing world, you know, just not the Canelo fans, you know, because this is going to be a killer scrap, you know. I just had to put that out there, Blue Blood.
Salute to you, King. Appreciate you.
Yeah, hey, here's another thing, Blue Blood. You remember who your first call was on your show, right?
You.
Yeah, it was me, man. Heck yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, hey, boxing talk, man, because back in the day, you know, you'd have to call in on the radio, you'd have to get online, you know. Man, the computer world is a whole nother world, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've only been on like for 6 months. And yeah, man, it's a whole nother world, man.
It's a good look, man. We get to, that's why I put it this way, where you guys can call in. I knew I do my other show early in the morning on the other channel, but I wanted it this way. You know, we got my brother Kurt Anderson, my co-host, and then we got the mediator and Miss Boxing, and we got my brother Abel, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming on. We're gonna have special guests that come on and off, but me, Kurt, and Miss Boxing is a stable here. You dig? So, you know, we're going to make it happen, man. So I wanted to be able to talk to y'all, build with y'all, you know what I mean? And get y'all opinion.
Hey, and like from all the channels that, you know, that I see on the computer on YouTube, man, you bring out the surprise guests, man. You bring out the stuff, you know, the real stuff, you know?
Right.
Talking to the fighters, man, you know, so
yeah, we're gonna have
talk right there,
and we're gonna have more. You know what I mean? We're gonna get a fight week. We're gonna have Wilder back on, obviously. You know, and we're gonna have, you know, we're just gonna have a special guest on yesterday, but you know, I forgot it. I forgot it was my daughter's birthday, and it was Halloween on top of it. So, you know, just wasn't able to do it. But you know, we appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and heck yeah, Blue Blood, and thanks for letting me get putting my point to the boxing talk, you know?
No doubt, man. Don't be a stranger, bro.
All right, Blue Blood.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, man. You know, I just like to do this format so we could other than, you know, just we can hear their voice now. You know what I'm saying, Kurt, Miss Boxing?
Absolutely.
And also one more thing though too. 7-8. I'm just me and Miss Boxing. I ain't got nothing to do with no front and nothing like that. Let you know off the bat.
Oh no, you didn't.
What's the name where you from?
Ahmad Brown, from Camden, New Jersey.
Salute to Camden, New Jersey, man. That's Kurt's stomping grounds.
That's what's up.
I just Camden, New Jersey, CMD, Cash Money Drugs. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Dan Whitfield just put out that Canelo enforced the rehydration clause.
Canelo, I'm gonna look it up right now. You said Dan Raphael?
Yeah, just now rehydration clause IBS to them kind of things. It's foul. You know, kind of look for every eating out, every advantage. And I want y'all to talk about that before you do it. Thanks for having me out, bro. Salute.
You got it, King. Appreciate it.
Great.
If anybody can see that, I didn't see that, you know, but I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised that Canelo have a rehydration clause. Yo, Legendary, I sent you the link, King. All right.
Blue, do you know if there's any rematch clause here?
No, it's no rematch clause. But they saying Dan Rafael is saying that Canelo had my first. Let me read it. There's no rematch clause, but I'm looking at it now. I don't see it. But he said that Dan Rafael put it out. I'm looking at Dan Rafael's tweets right now. His Twitter. It said backstage weighing ring under construction. Kovalev back quickly to scales weighing 175 world. Canelo Alvarez 170 heaviest career. Sergey has won to lose heavy world title. I don't see it, but I don't put it past him either.
Could I ask this question for Miss Boxing?
Do you think?
What could you see down the line of Canelo? Breaking up with Golden Boy, considering all the turmoil that's going on between Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez has been going on lately?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Canelo's came out and said that Oscar is not loyal, and when he said that, I knew that something was going on, and like he had mentioned, there's some legal issues going on. So, he's been with them 10 years, Golden Boy about 10 years. I think he's ready to leave. I don't think that's going to last at all.
Yeah, I definitely see that. There's definitely. I did it my stream yesterday, and I talked about some people that's credible sources from Canelo's team. Told me, we already know when there's smoke, there's fire. But I got some real credible sources that told me, there's a lot going on with this situation. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Fight Doctor's in the house on regain status as always.
Fight Doctor, what's good?
City, Chicago.
Salute the shot down, man.
Yeah, now just calling in to comment real quick on the whole Canelo Alvarez Kovalev situation. So I kind of figured that they were going to pull a hydration clause somewhere out of their ass. Okay, and I was a bit surprised when this fight was first announced that there was some talk of a rehydration clause, but nothing came of it until yesterday. And Golden Boy, out of nowhere, pulls a rehydration clause out of their ass, and I can't say that I'm a bit surprised. Canelo Alvarez proves himself again to be the most protected fighter in boxing, bar none. So, having said that, I'm going with Alvarez. Kovalev has looked bad these last couple of fights. He really looked bad in the yards fight. And like Andre Ward put it, he was a couple of punches away from retirement. I don't think his heart is in the game anymore. I think he left his heart somewhere in the bottle of a bottle of vodka. And I think this is his cash out opportunity. I think his only chance to win is probably by knockout, or to look very dominant against Alvarez. And listen, I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Kovalev because he can box. And the guy from 4 or 5 years ago, I don't think this fight would be happening because that guy was formidable. But it's a different animal in front of us right now, and I think Alvarez comfortable on points, possibly late stoppage.
Yeah, go ahead, Kurt. What you think about that? Hey, before you go, Kurt, we got my brother, legendary Top Cats. He resides in Texas, but he Harlem through and through. My brother is on the panel. What's good with you, bro? Legendary, you there?
Come on, Legendary, you got to turn up, brother.
There you go. Something wrong with your mic?
Uh-oh.
Well, go ahead, Kurt. You go. Go ahead, Kurt. Respond to the caller.
Well, like I said, I like Canelo. I criticize him a lot, but I like Canelo because he brings a lot of excitement to the game. Tomorrow, I can't wait for the fight. Kovalev, I don't like, his persona, his attitude, out the ring. He's a loaded gun. That's just their character, their attitude as men. But in the ring, like I said before, I just think that I'm going to take, like I said, my prediction is Canelo by round 9 because I just think he's the smarter fighter, and Kovalev can make it an interesting fight. I don't really believe in his ring IQ. I want to be surprised. Surprise me. Because I love an upset, but I don't see that happening. I just think that Kovalev's going to get broken down to the body. And like I said, I keep replaying the yard fight in the 7th round. I think one of the rounds, Kovalev's going to be in trouble. And after the 6th round, it's going to be all Canelo. I could be wrong. And I like being wrong when I'm surprised by a big time fight, but I just don't see it.
Hey, Kurt, I just found the email, man. It says that there is a rehydration clause, and neither man, they have to submit their weights in the morning before the fight, and neither fighter can have weight more than 185. So go ahead, Kurt, talk about that. Neither fighter can weigh more than 185.
That's like an IBF. Oh man, hey, he ain't the first one that did it. Hey, remember Leonard Hagler? Leonard got the ring size, the boxing gloves. So you the A side, you can get away with something like this. I mean, I can't call Canelo, hey, quite naturally, you want all the advantages, even though you're the favorite, you're 4-1 favorite. Hey, if you can take advantage of something or stop the man from becoming, at his full weight or being a smaller man and shrinking him down, by rehydration clause, why not? Sugar Ray Robinson, Leonard, Ali, they were all the A side, and you get the advantages is you're the bigger name.
Yeah, Ms. Boston, what you think about that? That's an IBF type of stipulations right there. 10-pound rehydration weight clause for the next day.
Right. Is that for all fights in IBF?
It's for the IBF, but this fight ain't for the IBF. It's
right.
For the PO, so but they got stipulation there.
Yeah, I think the caller said he's one of the most protected fighters. He is definitely protected, and that's why I consider this he has so many advantages, and he wouldn't be able to have those same advantages fighting someone else in a lower weight class. Nobody else is going to go for that. Kovalev, I think he's toward the end of his career, and he looks so happy. It looks like he looks so happy to be there. It's like he's joyous and stuff like that. It's almost like he doesn't even look serious, like they're buddies or something like that. You can't. I'm just gonna say you can't fault him if you can have an advantage. Get that advantage. But let's be real. He picked Kovalev for a reason, and I know people saying, "Well, it's a hard fight," and blah blah blah. It is a hard fight, but look at all the advantages that he has. He picked Kovalev for a reason, and I don't know how people don't see that. He did it for a reason.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying throughout this whole live stream. There's a specific reason why Canelo chose Sergey Kovalev. Of all the reasons that we all talked about in this live stream, Miss Boxer said it right there.
Yeah. Hey, my brother, Legendary, you there now, bro? I think he having issues with his thing, man. Legendary, there?
Mic check.
Yeah, I think you have issues. Hey, caller, we're gonna have to get to the next caller, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. To the next go round.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't be a stranger.
Yes, sir.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Big Dog Willie coming from Seattle.
Oh, Big Dog. Hey,
Big Dog Willie.
Seahawks fan, are you?
What?
You ain't no Seahawks fan, are you?
Man, come on, man. You already know I am.
Oh, come on, man. Man, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? He came in. Kurt, you heard him? He came in here talking about I'm from Seattle proudly. I knew he was a Seahawks fan.
Hey, are you a Seattle Supersonics fan?
Man, I miss him so much, man.
I know, man.
Hey, happy birthday, Mari, man.
Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate it, though, bro.
That's right. Happy birthday.
Dad, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Much love, though. It's a blessing to be 27, man, and make it this far, y'all.
Make it this far. You hear this young buck, Kurt?
Yeah.
Wait, this far.
Yeah. Miss Boxing, you hear this? Make
What
it
am I
this.
talking about? What's it? Well, hey, you know, 27 is a long way for some people. So
Young whippersnapper talking about making it this far. Salute to my brother BFTV. Oh man, salute to BFTV Boxing super chat. He said, "Salute, Blue and family. Salute to you, King. Go subscribe to my brother BFTV Boxing, man. Hey, I apologize if I missed the super chats, man, because this is not. I don't see the super chats, like it don't highlight to me for whatever reason. The way the stream is set up. I know Seven dropped the super chat. He said Kathy Dubin in TBV interview said in the contract there's a stipulation where she can't speak on the weight clause. We missed some super chats, Kurt, man. It's just this format is different, man. But go ahead, man. Seahawk fan, man. You know what I'm saying? Seahawk, man. I should have had my Nana hat on, Kurt. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. You know what, though, bro? That reminds me of Richard Sherman, Michael Crabtree in that NFC title game.
Yeah.
Man, I'm the best corner in the game. Will you try me on his own? LOB.
Hey, bro, make sure you call in next Sunday. Well, let me not say that, man, because then you know what I mean? Let me not say that.
Will call.
No.
We got to get that one. We got to get that number one.
But go ahead, cook, baby.
Yeah, man, I really honestly think that Canelo's just going to go to the body, man, and just tire that dude out. I think by like the 10th round, I mean, he's not going to really go. Kovalev's not going to really throw punches like that, man. I don't really see him, after coming out that yard war, I don't really see him doing too much in that fight when he gets to like the 10th round. I think Canelo's going to just hit his body. I think he might go up top a couple of times, but I don't think he's going to mix it up with Canelo with Kovalev all that much. To be honest with you.
Well, if he try to box him from the outside, he's gonna be in trouble. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, I mean, he will be in trouble. Because like I said, Kovalev has a long jab, man, and Canelo got to be smart. He's a smart fighter, but this gonna be a little different than fighting Rocky Fielding and getting in the inside because if he happens to get too close, then Kovalev can drop that right hand on him, and if he hit Canelo flush, he gonna feel it, But the key is the jab, double jab, and move a little bit. So it's not going to be easy. See, that's the most important thing. One of the most important things about the fight is how easy would it be for Canelo to get inside. If he's successful, then he's going to break him down. If he's not, then I'm going to be like, Canelo got trouble. But I say he is after the 6th round. So that's one of the most interesting things about the fight.
What you think?
I think Canelo's is too slick to get hit with a jab consistently. To be honest with you.
What you think, Ms. Boxing?
Yeah, I think and that's why I like this fight because we haven't seen Canelo this size, so we don't know if anything's going to change, if he's going to be slower, if his power is still there or not. That's why I like this fight because and so many different opinions and different predictions. So it's a hard one to try to predict, but like I said, I think he's gonna try to go for him early, try to hurt him early to the body, and I don't think he's gonna Kovalev. I think Kovalev has no room for error whatsoever.
Now let me ask you this, Ms. Boxing. I know you say you think you're gonna hurt him. You think Canelo is going to be uncharacteristically pushing the fight, like forcing it to the inside?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like that, but the first 3 rounds, if Kovalev is successful with the jab, see, it just can't be a jab. It has to be a little footwork in the jab. The footwork is the key. And then the jab is second. But if it's just jabbing and him staying in range for Canelo counter punches, then he's going to get broken down eventually. He's going to slip that jab. It has to be a little movement with the jab. That's the difference.
What you think, Abel?
I mean, the big thing that I'll be looking for with Kovalev in the side of things is how will he utilize the jab and how he'll utilize the footwork to try to keep Canelo off bait. Because as I said off the top, Canelo is gonna expect to be a more of a phone booth type of fight where he's gonna have opportunities to get physical with the bigger but obviously weaker to the body Sergey Kovalev. So, like Curtis mentioned before, when Buddy McGirt implements a game plan to make Sergey Kovalev use his footwork and utilize his height and jab, he has to follow it to a science. Because if he doesn't, then Kovalev is going to take advantage of any opening that Sergey Kovalev is going to present in the fight.
Yeah. Well, my people, Isaiah, that's our 2 hours, man. Caller, thank you. We appreciate you calling in, bro. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger, man. So salute to you, man.
All right, man. You too, man.
And Niners, man, we're gonna get you a red and gold hat, man. Give me your email so I can send you a red and gold hat. Miss Boston, you doing your show tonight?
Yes, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself, Beverly Rose, and Ashley's Corner, and hopefully Tay Brown too. So it's gonna be on my channel. It's gonna be very interesting.
So my peoples, go subscribe to Miss Boxing. Go subscribe to her channel right now. If you have not subscribed to her channel, she will be on, you said 11 p.m. tonight?
Yep, 11 p.m. Eastern.
She'll be on 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's what is that? 8 o'clock. If you're on the West Coast, if that's Central Time, that's what? 10 p.m.
Yeah, 10 p.m. at Central Time.
Yeah, if you're in the UK, it's too late for you. My brother, Abel Mahari, what you got going on? You got something your show? You doing your show?
Not tonight though. I gotta go hang out with some friends tonight though. It's somebody's party, so I'm gonna go out there tonight. But I will go live on my Basketball Conversations episode at noon, and then I'm gonna do my Boxing Talk program at 3 p.m. all of it tomorrow though. So I'm gonna pull double duty. But Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time, you can find me on my channel. It's called Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. We do basketball conversations where everything around NBA, college, is history stuff, you name it. I'm the encyclopedia of basketball, and y'all free that you can jump in and to contribute to the conversation all y'all want to. And make sure to smash the like button for Blue Blood Sports TV. The man putting in work.
Hey, listen, y'all free tomorrow night to do the show after the fight's over?
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna watch the fight, and then I'm gonna do a quick live stream after the fight's over to give my analysis of the fight there too. You know.
Kurt, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What about you, Miss Boxing? Miss Boxing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Say that one more time.
After the fight's over tomorrow, you good to come? You want to do the show tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
All right, so we do the show. We still getting called.
Yeah, I could easily come into your show if it needed to.
All right, cool.
But I was afraid of Miss Boxing was getting a call from 78 though, bro.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying?
Mahari, oh, you're so bad.
He's gonna roast me as soon as I get off there. I know he is. I know he is.
Don't worry, Miss Boxing. I got your back, sister.
All right, that's all I need.
Hey, listen, go subscribe to Miss Boxing. If you have not already subscribed to Miss Boxing, go subscribe to Miss Boxing. She will be doing her show tonight, 11 p.m. That's 10 p.m. Central Time. That's 8 p.m. Pacific Time. If you're in the UK, I believe that's around 5 in the morning. I think that's like 5 in the morning if you're in the UK. And go subscribe to my brother, Mahari Nation Sports and Podcast. It's my brother right there, man. Bulls fan, fellow Bulls fan, man. He do multiple sports. Y'all already know what it is. Go subscribe to them. My brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. The Historian, a.k.a. my co-host. Go ahead and close us out, Kurt.
Oh, man, great live stream. Had 500 people in the building. Thank you, Miss Boxing, for your time. And my brother, Abel Mahari, man, the live stream was fire. I thank the chat, man, Blue Blood, the legend, the capo on the front lines as always, man. It was a great show. The 2 hours went fast, man. We got a Showtime card tonight Richardson Hitchens is fighting, starting at 10:30. Man, I'm gonna go chill, go eat something, go listen to some house music. You know, I'm a chill, man. I'm ready for the fight tomorrow, man. And it's a great show, man. And salute to everybody. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
And another thing is, I want to tell you, I apologize if I missed the super chats. It's the format. Salute to everybody that dropped the super chat, showing us love, showing us appreciation, and supporting the channel, man. We appreciate y'all. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. We will be on 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day, Monday through Friday. And if there's big fights, we'll come on after the big fights if we're able to. So salute to each and every one of y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. Bluebird Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Bluebird Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Salute. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. Thank you, Boo.